أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين واللعنة على أعدائهم من الآن إلى يوم الدين أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد الفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, I hope everyone is well and I hope everyone can hear me loud and clearly. Can everyone hear me? If you can, if someone can come on the mic.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Right, Sister Shala, as you was the first person in the class, can you kindly recollect for everyone and just remind everyone, refresh everyone's memory what we covered last week in regards to the pronoun itself? Sister Shahla, Anjum, unmute yourself.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Alaikum salam.
So we did Kitabuhu, his book, Kitabuhuma, for two persons book, Kitabuhum for more than two persons book, Kitabuha, her book, Kitabuhuma, their book, more than two girls, Kitabuhunna, their book, Kitabuhuma for two girls book, and Kitabuhunna more than two girls book. Kitabuka, your book. Kitabukuma, your book for two people. Kitabukum, your book for more than two people. Kitabuka, your book. Kitabuki, this is for female. Kitabukuma for two females, your book. Kitabukunna, more than two females, your book. Kitabi, my book. Kitabuna, our book.
Excellent. Excellent. So the other thing I need to, so this here, you will see that whenever a pronoun comes, so huwa, so these are in the Arabic language and in the English language, so the English language has pronouns and attached pronouns, so you can't really differentiate between the two. When you say his book and he, so you can differentiate to some extent. So huwa is the independent pronoun which can come in substitute of a name, like Muhammad went to the shop, he went to the shop. You want to say who went to the shop, but you will say huwa went to the shop. So these ones here are called the marfu in the nominative case. So these are the ones which can take place of a noun. So huwa, he, huma, they both, hum, they all. Hiya, she, huma, they both, hunna, they all. Anta, you one masculine, antuma, you two masculine, antum, you all masculine. Anti, you one masculine, antuma, you two masculine, antunna, you all masculine. Ana and nahnu means I and we. So these are the detached pronouns. Now, when you want to give possession for a book or an object, then these pronouns become abbreviated or they change so that they can attach to a noun. So huwa will become hu as kitabuhu. Huma remains huma. Kitabuhuma, they're two individuals' book. Hum remains the same. So kitabuhum, their book. Hiya means she, and ha is the abbreviation or the pronoun which will attach to a noun. So kitabuha, her book. Huma, dual, they both feminine, it remains the same. Kitabuhuma. And hunna means they, all females. Hunna remains the same when you attach it to a pronoun or a preposition, which I'll talk about it later. Kitabu hunna. You will see all of these 6 here. To remember them, you will see that they all have ha's in the beginning. So all of them have ha. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, ha, huma, hunna. And the next 6 have ka's. So anta, abbreviation, and for attached pronoun would be ka, kuma, kum, ki, kuma, kunna. Kitabuka, your book, masculine. Kitabukuma, your 2 individuals' book. Kitabukum, you all individuals' book. There's another thing which you will see. I'm going to ask. Can I request Sister Parveen Naqvi? Assalamu alaikum, Sister Parveen Naqvi. Alaikum assalam. Inshallah, I hope you well. Now, can you see here all of these nouns here in all of the 14 forms? You can find that the ba in all of the 14 cases comes with a pesh. In Urdu, we call it pesh. In Arabic, we call it a dhamma. Kitabuhu, kitabuhuma.
Right.
Yep. So in all of these cases, it comes with a dhamma, a pesh, which is in Arabic, it's called the nominative case. Halatur marfu.
Okay.
So kitabuka, kitabukuma. Can you kindly just go? I'm going to give you a different verb, and I want to conjugate that, and then I'm going to move on to the next step for today's lesson. I'm going to give you the word baytun, baytuhu.
Baytuhu, baytuhuma, baytuhu, his house, baytuhuma, tasniya are dual, they two, their house. Baytuhum, plural, their house, male. These all 3 were male. Baytuha, her house, single female. Baytuhuma, dual female, their house. Baytuhunna, plural female, their house. Baytuka, your house, that is second person, single male. Baytukuma, dual male, their house. 2 men's house. Baytukum, all men's house, plural, second person. Okay. Baytuki, her house. No, sorry, your house. Baytukuma, dual, your house, you two's house, female. Baytukunna, plural, second person, all females' house. Bayti, my house, and Baytuna, our house.
Excellent. Excellent.
That is dual and plural also. Baytuna, female and male also.
Thank you so much, Jazakallah. Now, the next thing I'm going to teach you today and remind you is that, as I mentioned to Sister Parveen, that in all of these 14 cases, the ba of the kitab is coming with a dhamma. Now, here you can see the 3 different columns, and when fi comes, which fi in the Arabic language is a particle. What does a particle mean? It's a harf. So particles, when they come by themselves, they don't convey any meaning or any benefit to the listener itself. But when they are attached to a noun or a verb, they give meaning. For example, it says in his book. So fi kitabihi means in his book. If I say now, I wrote in his book, it makes sense. It gives meaning, correct? I wrote in his book. And
Yes.
another example is that I saw in his book. I saw in his book. Again, an action of seeing in his book is a complete sense, makes sense. So when it's the in is attached to a noun or a verb, it would give some benefit to the listener itself. Number one. Number two, whenever fi comes before a, whenever fi comes, the noun which comes after fi, now this is the next thing I need to teach you. The noun which comes after fi, if it's a preposition like kitabuhu, if fi comes before it, so fi is coming before kitabuhu, it will change the ba to a kasra. So fi kitabihi, fi kitabihima, fi kitabihim, in his book, in their two individuals' book, in their book. Fi kitabiha, fi kitabihuma, so hima, fi kitabihinna, fi kitabika, fi kitabikuma, in your two individuals' book, fi kitabikum, fi kitabiki, fi kitabikuma, fi kitabikunna, fi kitabi, and fi kitabina. Is this clear so far?
Yes.
So this is the, so fi is a particle which comes before a noun, and the noun, if it's a possessive pronoun noun and it comes as a possession like kitabuhu, the ba will get a kasra. If it's one noun, which comes after it and it's without alif lam, it'll be fi kitabin. Like we say bi aliyin, bi muhammadin. Okay, so these are called prepositions. And then you have the other preposition, min, which from, ila means to, fi means in, ala means on. Like we say alayhi salam, alayhi salam, alayhimus salam when you're referring to individuals, alayhimus salam when there's more than two individuals, alayha salam, upon her salam, alayhimus salam, upon two individuals salam, alayhinna, upon those females salam, alayka, upon you, alaykuma, upon you too, alaykum, assalamu alaykum, upon you all. So you can understand now, ala is on, kum is the attached pronoun, alayki is upon one female, alaykuma upon two, alaykunna upon more than two, alayya means upon me, alayna upon us. Right, that is with regards to that. Any questions so far? Does anyone have any questions? Is everyone there?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So how do we remember all this? Like, do we need to just copy it to our mind, like copy and paste? Or
Practice makes perfect. Inshallah, I've just gone through this to explain and understand. We'll do a lot of practice on this, and inshallah, with the practice, you will memorize it. Okay. So the more practice, of course, I've done it without doing a context. When you practice it in sentences, it becomes much more easier. Now I'm going to go to the actual text which we were reading from the book.
Sheikh, I have a question.
Yes. What's your question?
So fi kitabihi, that means in his book, right?
Yep,
so
correct.
you give the example like bi aliyin, bi muhammadin.
Yep.
So that bi is for this like for the sake of, right? Like
Yep, correct.
for the sake of, so is that a pronoun also, like in, from?
No, ba itself, the ba is not a pronoun, it's a preposition again. Ba means in the same.
Oh, with.
Yeah, we beseech, we
Oh.
beseech you.
Yeah, okay.
Like Bismillah, ba in Bismillah, Bismillah, in the name of Allah.
Yes, got it. Thank you.
So it's the same meaning. Ba comes in the meaning of assistance or help. Now I'm going to move on to the actual book, and then I will explain this further. So let me just open the book, the PDF book. Where's it from? So which page did we reach last lesson? Does anyone remember?
23, if I'm not
19.
mistaken.
19.
Yeah, I thought it was 19. That's right. Right, I'm going to quickly whiz through the book and inshallah try to do as much as we can. I want to reach up to lesson 4 today. Right, I'm going to ask the first person to come on the mic will be Sister Reshma. Sorry, Sister Reshma hasn't reached home yet. That's fine. I'm going to ask Sister Razia Ballo. Sister Razia Ballo. Sister Razia, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Sister
But
Razia.
instead, yeah, I joined late, and plus I wasn't in the town, so I wasn't like following up with you.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
So I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. You could catch up, inshallah, not an issue. I'm going to ask then Sister Narjis Darsi. Sister Narjis, can you come on the mic?
Yes, salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Sister Narjis, what I would like you to do, I would like you to go through these nouns here. As you know, in the Arabic language, there are 2 types of nouns. There is a proper noun. A proper noun is the noun which has alif lam. And when there's
Yes.
alif lam, it has 1 dhamma, al-masjidu. And if a noun is without the alif lam, it is called an indefinite noun.
Mhm. Yeah.
So it's a common noun. So it'd be with 2 tanween. Masjidun would be a mosque, and al-masjidu, the mosque. Can you kindly do this exercise for me, please?
Yes, Bismillah ar-Rahman. Masjid, masjidun, al-masjid, al-masjidu, al-ma'u, ma'un. You want me to translate also?
Yes, please.
Masjidun means any mosque, you know. Al-masjid is the particular mosque. Al-ma'u, the water. Ma'a, ma'u, water. Al-baytu, the house. Babun, door. Babun. Kalamun, a pen.
Mhm.
Al-kalamun, the pen. Al-kitabu, the book. Kalbun, dog. Kamisun, shirt. Waladun, boy. Al-hajru, I think it's a rock, the
Correct.
rock. Al-waladu, the boy. Himaru, donkey.
Correct.
Al-himaru, the donkey. Al-hisanu, the horse.
Correct.
Hisan, horse.
Correct. Excellent. Thank you. Can I have the next person on the mic? Sister Nafisa. Sister Nafisa, would you be able to come? Okay, Sister Nafisa is maybe new to the class. Okay, can I cast Brother Muhammad? Brother Muhammad, can you come on the mic?
Yeah, salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Can you do kindly the first 5 of these examples, read and write? So here, these are examples over here of sentences which have a subject and predicate. And
Okay.
I mentioned last week as well that hada can be a subject, number 1. Number 2, another example is being a noun with alif lam. So when you say al-maktabu maksurun, the translation will be the desk is broken.
Okay.
So whenever in a translation you have is between 2 words, the first part will be the subject and the second part will be the predicate. In English, we call it subject and predicate. In Arabic, we call it mubtada and khabar. Khabar is the news which we are giving about the noun which has just been mentioned previously.
Okay.
Continue.
Right. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ikra waqtab.
Waqtu.
Al-waqtub. Al-maktab maksura.
Maksurun.
Maksurun. Al-maktabu maksuran. The desk is broken. القميص واسخ. The shirt is dirty. المسجد مفتوح. The mosque is open. اللبن بارد والماء حار. The milk is cold and the water is hot. القمر بعيد. The moon is far.
Excellent. That's really good. Thank you ever so much for that. Now, the next person I will ask to come on the mic, Sister Ruxana. Ruxana? Right, okay. Whose mic is working? Who else's mic is working?
Yeah, it's working. Sorry, I was trying to unmute.
Okay, go ahead. So I'll need you to the next column. Al-Mudarrisu Jadidun. If you read this column, please.
Just a second. Al-Mudarrisu Jadidun. The new engineer. Al-Labnu.
No, Al-Mudarrisu Jadidun. The teacher is new.
Oh, sorry. The teacher is new. Al-Labnu Barid. The milk is cold. Al-Hijr Kabir.
Al-Hajaru.
Al-Hajaru Kabir. The big stone. Sorry, I'm trying to enlarge it. Al-Muhandisu Jalisun Mudarrisu Waqifun.
Waqifun.
Al-Muhandisu Jalisun. The Muhandisu is the engineer is sitting, and the Mudarrisun, the teacher, is standing.
Correct.
Al-Mindili Nazifun, the handkerchief is dirty.
Clean. Al-Mandilo Nadifun. The handkerchief is clean.
Clean, yeah, sorry.
Excellent.
Clean, thank you.
Thank you. Next person I'm going to ask, Sister Sukaina. Sister Sukaina, are you there?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Can you kindly, Sister Sukaina,
Yes.
do the exercise 3? So exercise 3, what's happened is that you have the subject, al-hajaru, and you need to put a predicate there. So jamilun means beautiful, wasifun means dirty, maftuhun means open, harun means hot, thaqilun means heavy, and khafifun means light. So al-hajaru, something.
Hajarun means the rock.
Yep.
So Hajarun means rock. So I have to choose from these, right?
Yes.
Rock is
How do you say dense or heavy?
Hafifun.
Khafifun is light.
Hafifun is light.
One before that.
Thaqilun.
Thaqilun.
Yeah. Al-Hajarun Thaqilun.
What does that mean?
The rock is heavy.
Correct. Number 2. Al-Babu.
Oh, Babu.
Just go. You muted yourself. Unmute yourself again.
So the
Yes.
door, al-babu is the door, and the door is open. So al-babu maftuhun.
Al-Babu maftun. Door is open. So you see the translation? The first noun is coming definite with alif lam, and the second noun is coming without the alif lam. It's coming indefinite, nakira.
Okay. So it becomes al-babu maftuhun.
Correct.
Okay, and the third one is al-qamaru. Al-qamaru will be, the moon is, al-qamaru jamilun.
Correct.
Al-warakun hafifun.
What does that mean?
A light. The paper is light.
Correct.
Al-mindilun is the handkerchief.
So al-mindilo, whenever there's alif lam with a noun, it never comes with a tanween. It comes with only one dhamma. Al-mindilo.
Al-mindilu. Yeah, okay. Al-mindilu. And
Al-mindilo.
nazifun.
Correct.
And the last one is al-labanu. Al-labanu harun.
اللبن حار. Excellent, excellent. Thank you. Can I request, we have a new starter today, Sister Aisha Afridi. Sister, can you hear me, Sister Aisha?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum
Yes, I
salam
can
wa
hear you.
Have you done any Arabic before?
Pardon me?
Have you studied any Arabic before? Arabic language?
Yeah, little bit. I know a little bit.
Okay. So would you be able to do any of these exercises, or you want to be passive?
Yes.
Listen.
I'll try my best.
Bismillah. So the word nadhifun means clean. So you will need to fill in the blanks with a suitable word.
Yeah, sure. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Al-Mindilu Nazifun.
Correct.
The handkerchief is clean.
Correct.
Can I do number 2?
Yes, to all of them, all 1 to 10.
Okay. Maksurun means broken. So what can I
The pen is broken.
do? A pen. Okay.
Yeah.
Al-Khalamu Maksurun. The
Yep.
pen is broken. And Baridun is cold. So I can do Al-Labanu Baridun. The milk is
correct.
The milk is cold.
Correct.
Qaribun means near. So I can do. Can I do Al-Baytu Qaribun?
Al-Baytu Qaribun, the house is near. Correct.
Yes. Baydun means far. So Al-Qamaru Baydun.
Al-Qamaru Baydun.
The moon is far. Waqifun means standing. Standing. So At-Talibu Waqifun, the student is standing.
Correct. At-Talibu Waqifun, the student is standing. Correct.
Jalisun means sitting. So Al-Mudarrisu Jalisun, the teacher is sitting.
Excellent.
Kabirun means big. I can do Al-Hajaru Kabirun.
Al-Hajaru Kabirun. Excellent.
The rock is big. Qadimun means old. So for old, I can.
So you can say the book is old.
Al-Kitabu Qadimun.
Al-Kitabu Qadimun. Correct.
And Jadidun means new.
Yep.
So
the house is new.
I use the house. I want to use the new vocabulary. Sorry.
So use the word. The office is new.
Office is
al-maktab. So al-maktabatu. Sorry, al-maktabu. No, al-maktabu is al-maktabatu. It's a library and an office as well. So this word has 2 meanings. So al-maktab means a desk, and al-maktabatu with a time marbuta is for use for 2 meanings, either an office or either a library.
Okay, it's good. Al-maktabatu jadidun.
Al-maktabatu.
The office, jadidun, the office or the library is new.
Excellent. The only thing you need to remember is that because the word al-maktabatu is coming with a time marbuta.
Jadidatun. Okay.
Exactly. So so what happens is that when the subject is feminine, also the predicate will come feminine. For example, when we say Fatima, say for example Fatimatu, we don't say alimun, but we say alimatun.
Right.
And for example, Muhammad, we don't say alimatun, but we say Muhammadun alimun. Muhammad is knowledgeable.
Right.
So subject and predicate follow each other in gender, number, and gender and number. And there's a few other things which I'll teach later itself. Right. Thank you ever so much, Sister Gulsh. Any questions you want to ask?
No, thank you.
Have you studied any? Where did you study Arabic?
I'm taking class like with my friends.
Right. Is it Quranic
So-
Arabic or you do Medina Arabic? Which book are you studying?
Not the Quran Arabic, like this.
Right, okay.
It's Mafahim. Mafahim Quran.
Okay, right. Okay, the Mafahim. Okay, that's different. Okay, so with Mafahim,
Yeah,
you
we
will
both taking together.
right, okay. So the difference between Mafahim and these classes in this Mafahim, it's ready-made and you're spoon-fed in the sense that you're not told the background to the actual word itself, but I will be teaching the background, how to make the past tense, how to make the present tense, how to make the imperatives, and to be able to know how did this sentence construction came about. So it'll give you more of a better understanding. So many of students who are doing TRS as well, up to book 3, I have them. So they themselves say that these classes help us understand other classes as well. So inshallah, you will benefit as well, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Ahsanti, Jazakallah. You're welcome. Sister Gulchan, can you come on the mic, please?
Yes, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Sister Gulchan, can you do 1 to 5? I'm not going to do the top, the ones on top because we've repeated those words already. I'm just going to do again subject and predicates, but new words here. So can you do 1 to 5? And Najmu Ba'idun, please.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. An-najmu ba'idun. The star is far. Ash-shukkaru hulwun.
Yep.
Shukkaru.
Yep.
Hulwun. The sugar is sweet.
Correct.
Okay. Adiko jamilun. The merchant is no. Adiko jamilun. Rooster is beautiful.
Yep.
Okay, I did mistake. I have to go from 1 to 2, but I went 1 to 3.
That's fine. That's not an issue. Yeah, that's fine. Not an issue. You can do the whole column. That's fine.
Okay. Tajiru ganiyun. The merchant is rich. Al waladu fakirun. The boy is
poor.
Poor. It's poor. Fakirun. Yes, poor. Okay, sorry. At-tabibu tawilun. Al-mudarrisu qasirun.
Correct.
The teacher is tall. The tabibu, the teacher is tall.
No.
Tabib means doctor. Doctor. The doctor is tall and the teacher is short.
Excellent. Jazakallah, sister. Thank you ever so much. Sister Samira Dilji, can you come on the mic?
Yes, Sheikh. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Can you do the second column? Ar-rajulu waqifun. Bismillah.
Bismillah. Ar-rajulu waqifun. The man is standing. At-talibu maridun. The student is sick.
Correct.
Ad-daftaru jadidun. The desk is new.
Daftar is new, correct. Daftar in Urdu is desk, but in Arabic, daftar is a notebook. A daftaru jadidun. Yeah.
Okay, a notebook. The notebook. Yes, that's right. Daftarun. All right. Ad-dukanu maftuhun. The shop is open.
Excellent.
At-tufahu ladidun. The apple is delicious.
Excellent. Right. I'm going to ask you, sister, to do this exercise for me underneath. Now, you fill in the blank in each of the following sentences with a suitable word. So, ghaniyun. Ghaniyun means rich.
At-tajiru ghaniyun.
Correct. Number 2.
Maridun. At-talibu maridun.
Correct.
Tawilun. Ar-rajulu tawilun.
Correct.
Hulwan. As-sukaru hulwan.
Translate.
The sugar is sweet.
Yep, next one.
لذيذ. الطعام لذيذ. The food is,
Yeah, الطعام لذيذ, correct. The food is?
The food is tasty, delicious.
Correct.
قصير means short. الولد قصير. The boy.
الولد قصير. Excellent. Excellent. Sister Rishma, are you available? Have you reached home?
Not yet, Chef. Still
Okay.
driving.
Okay, no problem. Agha Muhammad, iPad. No, where is the, okay, not Agha Muhammad. So it's going to be next. Sister Razi Aballo. Are you able to come on the mic now?
No, I'm sorry. This is too hard for me.
Okay, so what you need to do,
But
Sister.
Yeah, but don't worry. I'll try and learn. Start the YouTube. Watch all the YouTubes which you have already done.
Yeah. So we done only have 3 lessons so far. This is the 4th lesson. No, we've done 2. I think this is the 3rd lesson, correct?
3rd one, yeah.
Yeah. So we've done it in 2 lessons so far. So yeah. So inshallah, that's fine. Listen to the lesson so that you don't fall behind it. Right.
Yeah, inshallah.
Okay, Jazakallah. So next person, Sister Saida Mukhi. Sister Saida.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Would you be able to participate? I think this is your first class as well today.
Yes, but I can definitely participate. I've been yes. Bismillah, the first line and the second column, right?
Yeah. So what you need to do here, you need to pair up the first column, alif with ba. So the student is something. Is the student talibu ladidun? Is the student delicious?
No.
So you need to pair up the first word, the subject with the predicate itself. So that's what they have done. You see the first column, all of the nouns are coming with alif lam, and the second nouns are coming without alif lam, as they are nakira, as they are indefinite, and they are coming as the khabar for the first part. Go ahead, Bismillah, and translate.
Bismillah. Yes. Al talibu, that is the student, and marizun.
Correct.
The student is sick. Al dukanu, that is the shop.
Correct.
Let's see. Maftuhun is
Correct.
open.
Yes, the shop is
open.
Correct. Number 3.
And the tagahu.
At-tufahu. At-tufahu means the apple.
At-tufahu.
Delicious.
Lazizun.
Correct.
And al-ma'u, that's water. Al-ma'u.
Hot.
Harun.
Correct. Al-ma'u harun. Correct.
Al-hajaru, that is rock.
Excellent.
No.
The word at the bottom, right at the bottom, this one here.
Harun.
Al-ma'u harun. That means the water is?
Heavy.
No,
cold. No, Harun is hot.
Correct. Harun is hot. Al-hajaru?
Al-hajaru is no.
Heavy. Third word.
Oh, yes. Sakilun.
Al-hajaru thaqilun. Excellent. And the final one?
Is al-kalamu maksurun.
Al-kalamu maksurun. Excellent. Now I'm going to move on with this, sister. Now I want you to do something else, Sister Saida. Now, in the Arabic language, the word, the vocabulary, or the number, the alphabet is divided into 2 parts. some words are the moon letters, some words are the sun letters. Why there are sun and moon letters? It's all because of the alif lam. The alif lam, as you know, mashallah, everyone knows now, alif lam is the definite article which makes a indefinite noun, a common noun, into a proper noun. So for example, kitabun means a book, and al-kitabu means the book. And when al comes in front of a noun, some nouns, the al is pronounced completely al, and the other nouns where it's not pronounced, what happens, the al becomes silent and the letter after al receives a shadda. For example, al-tajiru, what's happened here now? We actually put a shadda on the letter after the lam, and the lam becomes silent, and we join the alif and the ta together and becomes at-tajiru. So tha is the next. So here, ta, tha, dal, dhal, ra, za, sin, shin, sod, dha, ta, dha, lam, noon. All of these are the sun letters. Whenever they come after la, alif lam, the lam becomes silent. Ad-diku, al-dhahabu, al-rajulu, al-zahratu, al-samaku. Over here, al-abu, al-babu, al-jannatu, the alif lam is pronounced completely. Is that clear for everyone in the class?
Yes, it is.
Right, brilliant. Now, Sister
Yes.
Saida, come back on the mic and do the first column. Moon letters.
Yes. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Al-Abu, Al-Babu.
Al-abu, what does it mean?
Oh, that one I can't. Oh, it's the father.
Yes, the father.
Al-Babu, that is the door.
Mm-hmm.
Al-Jannatu, that is heaven.
Correct.
Al-Himaru, that is the donkey.
Correct.
And Al-Khubzu.
Al-khubzu, correct.
This one I don't know what it means.
Al-khubzu means the bread.
Okay. Al-Ainu.
Al-ainu means al-ainu has three meanings. Al-ainu means an eye. The other meaning is a spring, water spring. Al-ainu means a water spring. And the third meaning of al-ain is a security guard as well.
Al-Gada'u
means the meal.
And Al-Kamaru, that is the moon.
Al-famu.
Al-Famu.
Al-famu is the mouth. Al-famu is the mouth.
And
Not
Al-Kamaru
mouse,
is the moon.
mouth.
Mouth, yes.
Yeah.
Al-Kamaru is the moon.
Yes.
Al-Kalbun is the heart. Al-Ma'u is water.
Mm-hmm.
Al-Waladu is the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Al-Hawa'un.
Mm-hmm.
This one I'm not sure.
Al-hawa'u means the air.
Okay, and Al-Yad is the hands.
Al-yadu is the hand, correct. Thank you ever so much. I'm going to choose the next student to come on the mic. Okay, Sister Razia, come on the mic and I'll help you. Razia Ballu.
You know what? I'm very bad with these alphabets. I'll try, but I know I'm very bad with this.
No problem. So At-tajiru
Tajiru, yeah,
means the merchant.
Merchant, yeah.
At-thawbu.
At-thawbu is sorry.
At-thawbu means the garment, clothes.
Okay.
Ad-diku
Adiko
means a rooster.
rooster, okay.
And al-dhahabu.
Zahabu gold.
What the lady? Yes, of course. This is something which the ladies will definitely know.
Because it's like a Swahili word, Zahabu. So.
Yeah. So ar-rajulu.
Rajulu, a man.
Yep. Az-zahratu.
Zahratu.
Flower.
Az-zahratu, flower. Okay.
And then as-samako,
Samaku is
the
a
fish.
magnet.
No, the
Fish,
fish.
fish.
Yeah. As-samako is the fish.
Fish. Okay.
Ash-shamsu,
Sun.
the sun. As-sadru
As-sadru is
means
a
the chest.
chest. Yeah. Al-sadru.
Al-dhaifu,
Old, elderly.
no, dhaif is old, dhaif is weak. Al-dhaifu means guest.
Guest.
Yeah,
Oh,
when you have a guest in the house as a visitor.
right.
At-talibu,
Talibu is a student.
correct. Al-dhuhru,
Zuhru.
midday.
Zuhru means day.
Yeah, al-dhuhru means midday.
Midday. Okay.
Midday.
Zuhur. Okay.
Al-lahmu,
Allahmu.
Meat.
Okay. Meat. And Najmu is a star.
al-najmu is the star.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's that. Right, brilliant.
I mean, why? How are the other ladies so clever? Like they know all the meanings, and how do they remember all that?
So just look at the pictures. Some of these pictures give it away as well.
Okay.
So inshallah, practice makes perfect. Don't worry. Always look at the top and be positive, and inshallah, you will be fine in Arabic.
Inshallah, I'm interested. Inshallah.
Because a lot of people start Arabic and they drop out Arabic. And there was a brother who attended a course during the lockdown, and he made a very valid point. He said that with regard to Arabic language, a lot of people, they start Arabic, and when they come at a hurdle, they make the hurdle a burden upon themselves. They start thinking negative and say, oh, Arabic's too difficult, I can't do it. And they start making excuses. And when you start making excuses, you actually create a barrier for you to learn. And once the barrier has been created by you, then you're not able to learn the Arabic language. So the positive thing is that when you're learning Arabic, try to think positively in the sense that you'll be able to understand the Quran, number one. Number two, you'll be able to understand the ahadith of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam and become closer to the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. All our religion is in the Arabic language. Nothing's been revealed in the English language. English language, it's completely barren in comparison to Arabic language. All of the rich Shia literature is in the Arabic language. And that's the reason why I'm doing these classes, because in the Arabic language, any topic you want to study and learn, there is a treasure trove of knowledge. Akhlaq, there are many books, like series, like 15 volumes, 10 volumes on akhlaq, which majority of the people in the West have not ever heard of these books. And once you get your hand on these books, you will love it and enjoy the Arabic. I can't remember the last time I picked up a book in English and studied a book in English. That is how far. This is the way I am. I don't read books in Arabic, in English. I only pick up books in Arabic. And why? Because there's so much material in the Arabic language. There's no need to refer to English language, which has very little books. Alhamdulillah, we do have books, but into the comparison to the Arabic language, nothing at all.
Assalamualaikum, Sheikh.
Sorry?
I wanted to let you know, the other time when you were in the class, you said to have some milk and honey at night before sleeping.
Yep.
So I started doing that, and it really works.
Yeah, I even take it myself. I just before I start class, I had some milk and honey myself because I teach so many 13, 15 classes a week, and my head starts spinning. So I try to take that as a supplement.
Yes, thank you so much. I had a very bad day today at my work. I fell down today.
Oh.
Yes, but I'm feeling better now. Yeah, I was just walking. Inshallah. Inshallah. Yeah, I'm just started a new job, and I was walking and I fell down.
Inshallah, I hope you're fine, and don't hurt. Just take it easy. Right, okay. Sister Rishma, alaikum assalam. I just mentioned your name and you just reached. Okay. Do you want a coffee or something before you want to start class, or
I'm still in the car, so I'm just going to finish this.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's al-baytu, the house, ad-diku, the rooster.
Correct.
Al-mudarrisu, the teacher.
Correct.
Al-Babu, the door.
Correct.
At-Talibu, the student.
Correct.
As-Sukaru, the sugar.
Correct.
Ad-Daftaru, is it the book?
Notebook.
Notebook. Al-Akhu,
Al-Akhu is the brother.
the brother. Al-Rasulu, the prophet.
Messenger.
The messenger.
The messenger, sorry. Al-Wajhu,
Al-Wajhu means the face.
the face. As-Sadiqu,
As-Sadiqu means the friend.
the friend. Al-Quranu, the Quran. As-Salatu, the Salat. Al-Kabatu,
The Qibla.
the
Kaaba.
Kaaba, the
Yep.
Kaaba. Now, I do have a question. Al-Kabatu, would it be Al-Kaaba with ta as silent?
Al-Ka'batu. So the time marbuta, normally Al-Kaaba is correct, but when you're learning the language, it's important that we learn the time marbutas pronouncing Al-Ka'batu so that you become familiar with the time marbuta at the end.
Al-Kabatu, the Kaaba. Al-Rasu, I don't know.
Ar-Ra'su means the head.
The head, thank you. Al-Isba'u,
My finger. Al-Isba'u means finger.
finger. As-Sabunu,
As-Sabunu.
the soap.
Correct.
Az-Zufru,
Al-Dhufru means the fingernails.
fingernails. Thank you. Al-Fajru,
Al-Fajru, correct.
Az-Zuhru, the Zuhr.
Correct.
Al-Asru, the Asr.
Mhm.
Al-Maghribu, the Maghrib. Al-Isha, the Isha.
Excellent. Now, I'm not going to do this page, points to remember, because we've done this so many times in class and I'll explain this. So there's nothing there which you don't understand. Now, would I be able to take extra, say about 10 minutes extra? Does everyone have 10 minutes, 10 minutes to 15 minutes extra?
Yes.
Sure, yes.
Yeah, okay, that's brilliant. So now over here now, on lesson number 4, we are going to learn about prepositions fi and ala. As I mentioned before, a noun, normally whenever there's a noun with alif lam, its default position, meaning its original position, it's a dhamma. Al-bayt, so al-hammam means bathroom, al-ghurfatu means a room, and al-baytu, so al-baytu is coming in the beginning of a sentence. The i'rab of the ta will be a dhamma, a pesh, al-baytu. And if before al-baytu fi comes, which is a preposition, it will change it to fil bayti. So fil bayti means in the house. Fil bayti, in the house. Al-masjidu, the mosque, and fil masjidi, in the mosque. Al-maktabu means the desk. Al-maktabi means on the desk. As-sariru means the bed. Al-sariri, on the bed. So that is the important part of this lesson, learning about the prepositions, that the prepositions come before a noun. They don't come before verbs. Prepositions always come before nouns, not before verbs. And when they come before nouns and the noun has alif lam, it receives or inherits one kasra, al-masjidi as-sariri. And if it is without alif lam, then the noun will receive 2 kasra tanweens. Fi masjidin, bi aliyin, bi muhammadin. Okay. Now I'm going to read this extract and then I'm going to bring Sister Ishma back on the mic. So, Aina Muhammadun, where is Muhammad? Now, as I mentioned earlier, in the beginning of the class, I said you can sometimes replace the word Muhammad with a pronoun in substituting it. So we said huwa fil ghurfati. So huwa fil ghurfati, Sister Ishma, how would you translate that to be?
He is in the room.
He is in the room. Excellent. Wa aina Yasirun, and where is Yasir? Can you read the reply? Huwa
Huwa fil hammam. Me?
Yep.
He is in the bathroom.
Excellent. وأين آمنة?
هي في المطبخ.
Excellent. What does that mean?
She is
kitchen. She is in kitchen.
kitchen.
Yeah, kitchen. Matbakh, it's a kitchen. So like the word طبخ means cook, and matbakh means a place where you cook, and it's called the kitchen in Arabic.
Got it.
Okay, and the next two things I'm going to teach you now as well is that everyone knows about the ta marbuta. Ta marbuta is a sign of a female noun, a female individual, or is a female person. Now, also in the Arabic language, nouns are also divided into masculine and feminine. If a noun has a ta marbuta at the end, that noun is feminine. And if there's no signs of a ta marbuta at the end, classify that noun as masculine. Okay, point number one. Point number two is this, that in the Arabic language, the word it doesn't exist. So because the word it in the Arabic language doesn't exist, so what they have done, because the nouns are masculine and feminine, they have used the pronouns to refer to a masculine noun and a feminine pronoun to refer to a feminine noun. So when we say Ain al-Kitabu, where is the book? Sister Rishma, the answer is?
Huwa alal maktabi.
Huwa alal maktabi. So you want to say the book is, he is on the desk, but you will say
it for masculine noun.
Exactly. So you will say it is on the desk. So huwa, when it's referring to a object or innate object, huwa is translated as is. Sorry, it. It is on the desk. And finally, wa aina sa'atu, and where is the watch? As-sa'atu means the watch, and the watch is feminine. Go ahead.
Hiya ala sariri.
Hiya
It
ala
is on the
sariri.
bed.
Excellent. It is on the
Bed.
Excellent. Brilliant. I'm going to ask you two questions, Sister Rishma, and you're going to answer them. Ain al-kitabu?
Al-kitabu alal maktab.
Al-maktabi.
Maktabi.
Now, Sister Rishma, excellent. I want you to now, instead of using the word al-kitabu al-maktabi, I want you to say it is on the desk.
Huwa alal maktabi.
Huwa al-maktabi. Very good. Number two, Aina Muhammadun?
Huwa fil bayt. Fil bayti.
Huwa fil bayti. Excellent. He is?
In the house.
Excellent. Jazakallah. Any questions?
No.
How are you finding it?
Pretty good. Wasn't able to view all the
It
lessons.
is,
I was listening.
It's similar to Urdu language.
Yeah, if you know Urdu language, Arabic becomes slightly easier, but it doesn't mean that you will be able to have, still there's things in Arabic language which are challenging. Urdu is very easy. Urdu is easy,
Yeah.
Arabic is tough. Arabic is tough. But Alhamdulillah, everyone is doing well. Brother Muhammad Taqi.
Conjugation.
Yeah, conjugation is tough. I'll do that later, not today. Next lesson, I'll do the verbs, inshallah. Brother Muhammad Taqi. Brother Muhammad Taqi, would you like to come on the mic? Okay, Brother Muhammad Taqi is not there. Sister Sukaina, can you come on the mic?
Yes.
Can you do question number 3 and 4?
Aina sa'a.
Aina sa'atu, where is the watch?
Where is the watch? Huwa.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
watch is feminine.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hiya al maktabi. It is on the desk.
Yeah. No, I want to say it is in the school.
Hiya fil madrasati.
Hiya fil madrasati. Excellent. Aina yasirun?
Yeah. Huwa fil masjidi.
Huwa
Is
fil
at-
masjidi. Excellent. Huwa fil masjidi. Really good.
In the mosque.
Now, the next person I'm going to ask Sister Samira. Can you come on the mic?
Yes.
Can you do question number 7, 6 and 7?
Aminatu fil ghurfati
أين
is
آمنة في الغرفة. No, number 5, sorry. أين آمنة.
okay. Aina Aminatu, where is Amina? Hiya fil masjidi. She is in the mosque.
And how do you say she is in the kitchen?
Why does she have to be in the kitchen all the
No,
time?
just an example. I just want to use the vocabulary. That's what I want to
I'm just
practice.
kidding. I'm just kidding. Hiya fi matbakhi.
And how do you say she is in the school?
Hiya fi madrasati.
هي في المدرسة, correct? آمنة في الغرفة.
Aminatu fil ghurfati, is Amina in the room?
Answer.
Naam, yes. Aminati. Aminatu fil ghurfati.
I want you to, instead of use Amina in your reply, I want you to, yes, she is in the room.
Naam, hiya fil ghurfati.
Excellent. Now I want you to say a different sentence. I want you to say, no, she is in the hammam.
Okay. La hiya fil hammami.
Hiya fil hammami. Excellent. How are you finding it?
Good.
Brilliant.
I think it's better the second time around. For that woman who was saying that we are good, it's because we've done this before.
Okay. Well, I think so. What I've done, it happens that what I've done this time around, I'm actually going in more thorough details than before.
Yes.
In the previous classes, I've kept it subtle, but this time around, I just felt like let's to go hands-on and give everything, whatever, all the things which needs to be taught. Let's teach it, and those who can survive will survive, and those who find it challenging.
Yeah,
So
this time it's harder for sure.
So I've actually deliberately done this because I want everyone to have a better understanding of everything, because I've seen that when people study very surfacely and just superficial, they don't really understand and enjoy the Arabic. If you teach a bit more depth, people enjoy the class better. So that's the reason why I'm going in a bit more depth this time around.
Yeah, I need to put in more hours, I feel, this time.
Inshallah, inshallah. Thank you ever so much. So next person, Sister Parveen Naqvi. Alaikum salam. Sister Parveen Naqvi. Can you do number 7, 8, and 9?
7 and 8.
Yasirun fil matbaqi.
Yasirun fil matbaqi. Is Yasir in the kitchen? Man fil ghurfati.
Answer the question, please.
Oh. Naam. Yasir. Yeah. Naam. Yasirun fil matbaqi.
Right.
Yes, Yasir is in the kitchen. Man fil ghurfati, who is in the room? Aminatu fil ghurfati.
Aminatu fil ghurfati.
Aminatu fil ghurfati.
Correct.
Hiya fil ghurfati. She is in the room. Right?
Yep. Number 9.
Number 9. Waman huwa fil hamami. And who is in the bathroom? Okay, I want to.
You say Yasir is my
Muhammadun fil hamami. Muhammad is in the bathroom.
Excellent. Excellent. Jazakallah, sister. Next person, Sister Narjis. Sister Narjis.
Okay.
Maza 11.
Maza ala maktub. Who is in no Maza? What is on the
desk?
Desk, yeah. Let's watch. As-sa'atu.
Yep. As-sa'atu.
As-sa'atu alal maktabu.
Alal maktabi.
Alal maktabi. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Maza ala sarir. What is on the bed?
Correct.
What is on the bed? What can be on the bed? A book?
So the book is on the bed.
A book is on the bed. Al-kitabu al-sarir. Al-kitabu al-sarir.
Al-kitabu al-sariri, correct.
Okay, the book is on the bed.
Correct. Okay, Jazakallah, sister. Now let me bring someone else. Sister Gulshan. Sister Gulshan? Okay, Sister Gulshan's on there?
Yes.
Sister Gulshan, can you do the first line, reading the words, the last harakat? Because as you know, that when fi comes, the last letter gets a kasra, and when there's no fi, the noun gets a dhamma. So I want you to read the first line, translated, and then after you, Sister Muhammad iPad will come to the second line. Go ahead.
Okay. From Al-Baitu.
Al-Madrasatu.
Al-Madrasa.
Next page.
Next, okay, next page.
Yeah, this page here, page number.
Okay. Yes, I got it. Okay. Al-Madrasatu. Fil Madrisati.
Correct.
Fil Baitu.
Nope.
Fil Baitun.
Nope.
Fil Baiti.
Correct.
Okay. Al-Baitu.
Correct.
Al-Ghurfatu.
Correct.
Al-Hamamu.
Excellent. Sister Muhammad, iPad.
All right. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Fil hamamu.
Nope. Fil
hamamu. Fil hamam.
Nope. Fil hamami. Kasra.
Okay. Fil hamami. Fil matbakh.
Correct.
Al-maktab.
Nope. What is the harakat al-maktabu?
Al-maktabu.
Yes.
Al-maktab.
Read the harakat of the last letter.
Al-maktabi.
Correct.
Al-kursiyu.
Al-kursiyi.
Okay. So when there is a al, but then when there is an al-kursiyu or al-kursi.
When ala comes, as I said, it gives it a kasra. Al-kursiyi.
Al-kursi.
And the last three at the back, at the end?
Al-sariru.
Where? No, there's no al-sariru. It's the
Al-sariru.
Correct.
Al-kitabi.
Correct.
Fil masjidi.
Fil masjidi. Excellent. Sister, next person will be on the mic. Sister Roxana. Right. Sister Saida Mukhi. Sister Saida Mukhi.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. I want you to do 1 and 2, Sister Saida. 1 and 2.
Yes, definitely. Al-Talibu fil al-Jamiati.
Translation.
Yes, the student is in the university.
Correct. Number 2.
Al-Rajulu fil Masjidi. The
Excellent.
man is in the mosque.
Jazakallah, sister. Next person, Sister Aisha Afridi. Can you do 3 and 4?
Okay, 3 and 4. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Aina tajiru huwa fit dukani. Where is the merchant? He is in the shop.
Excellent.
Al-qalamu alal maktabi. The pen is on the desk.
Excellent. Thank you. Next person will be.
Can I try? Sorry.
Yes, go ahead, Sister Razia.
Yeah.
Number 5 and 6.
Aina Zainabu. Hiya fil Gurfat.
Gurfati.
So yeah, Gurfati. Oh my God, where is it gone? So where is Zainab? Where is it gone now?
Yeah, here. Aina Zainab. Yes, sir.
Now, where is Zainab? She is in the room.
Excellent.
And Ainal Waraku Huwa Alal Maktub.
Maktabi.
Maktabi. So I know. What's waraku?
Warako is paper. Where is the paper?
Okay, where is the paper? It is on the desk.
Correct. Next person will be, who's going to be next?
Thank you.
Jazakallah. Next person, Sister Shala Anjum. I think you have another chance. Sister Shala Anjum, can you do number 7 and 8?
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ainal Mudarrasu.
Mudarrisun.
Where is the teacher? Huwa fil fasli. He is in the classroom.
Correct.
Aina Yasirun. Where is Yasir? Huwa fil mirhazi. He is in. What is what does it mean?
Toilet. Mirhad is toilet.
Toilet. He is in the toilet.
Okay. Now, who has not had a chance? Who's going to do number 9 and 10?
Can I do it?
Sister, go ahead.
Shamsu wal qamaru fi samai. The sun and the moon are in the sky.
The sun and the moon are in the sky.
Yes, the sun and moon are in the sky. Man fil fas. Where? What is in the?
Who is in the classroom?
Who is in the classroom? Yeah.
Correct.
Man fil fas. Who is in the classroom? That.
Answer the question.
Who? Okay. Yasir fil fasli.
Yasirun fil fasli. Correct.
Yes. Yasir is in the classroom.
Okay, brilliant. Now, this exercise on page number 32, I will do that next lesson. So 32 and the remaining of this lesson, I will do that next lesson. And inshallah, we'll finish this lesson. Is that okay with everyone? I would love to complete it, but it'll be too much for everyone. We've exceeded like 20 minutes extra, so I don't want to do any more because you may say that this class is too long, so start complaining. So that's more than enough. And inshallah, any questions from anyone?
No questions.
Can we have a translation of, some of the words that, that list we had, and
yeah,
some of them?
I'll send the translation across.
Yeah, it'll help in remembering.
That's fine.
Sheikh, Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum
Can you
salam.
explain the last one, number 5, 6, number 9? Ash-shamsu wal kamaru fi samai.
Yep.
So I understand fi means in. So ash-shamsu, the sun and the moon is in the sky.
Yes, the sun and the moon. So you can't train it. So every time is you sometimes. So the moon, so the sun and the moon are in the sky.
Okay, so are, huh? So
Yeah.
fi doesn't mean that in only.
So fi means in, but because it's subject and predicate, and
yes,
samai is coming as a predicate. So sometimes you can't translate it as is. Sometimes you have to translate it as are in the sky. So you are translating still in the sky, but you're putting the copula is or are between to make a sentence itself.
Okay, however it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks.
Assalamu alaikum. I have a question.
Alaikum salam. Yes.
So my question is to all the participants, how they are doing their homework, because I'm not sending it to you.
Right.
Do I need to, or I just write it in my notebook?
If you send it across, I could check it as well. So I can double check if there's any mistakes or errors. But if you're doing the correction in class, that's all well and good.
So how can we send?
You can send it to me as a private link. So
okay.
Send it privately on WhatsApp, and if there's a correction which is needed, I'll correct it